Hi there! Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Luna, and today we're going to learn 10 super useful English expressions that native speakers use all the time in everyday conversation. These phrases will help you sound more natural and confident when you speak English. So let's jump right in. Number 1. Quick on the trigger. This is an idiom. It means someone who reacts very fast, sometimes too fast, without thinking carefully first. Imagine someone who makes decisions or responds immediately, almost like pulling a trigger on a gun without aiming properly. We use this expression when someone acts impulsively or jumps to conclusions too quickly. For example, imagine you're at work and your coworker sends an email with a small mistake. Your boss sees it and immediately fires your coworker without asking any questions. Later, you're talking to another colleague and you say, "I think the boss was a little quick on the trigger with that decision. He didn't even give her a chance to explain." Here's another one. You're shopping with your friend and she picks up a dress, looks at it for just 2 seconds, and decides to buy it without trying it on. When you get home, she realizes it doesn't fit and it was way too expensive. You smile and say, "You were quick on the trigger with that purchase. Maybe next time you should think about it before buying." Number 2, fall off the wagon. This is also an idiom. It means to start doing a bad habit again after you stopped doing it for a while. We usually use this expression when someone returns to an unhealthy behavior like drinking alcohol, smoking, eating junk food, or anything they were trying to quit. For example, your friend has been trying really hard to eat healthy for 3 months. No sugar, no fast food, just vegetables and good meals. But then one stressful week at work happens and she starts eating pizza and ice cream every night. You're having coffee together and she tells you, "I'm so disappointed in myself. I totally fell off the wagon this week and ate junk food every single day." Here's another one. Your brother quit smoking cigarettes 2 years ago and everyone was so proud of him. But recently you notice he's smoking again. You sit down with him and gently say, "Hey, I noticed you've been smoking lately. I thought you quit. Did you fall off the wagon? Is everything okay?" Number 3, what are you looking for? This is a simple question. This is one of the most common questions in English, and it's very useful in many situations. It means you want to know what someone is trying to find or what they need. For example, you work in a clothing store, and a customer walks in and starts looking around at different shelves. They look a bit confused. You walk up to them with a friendly smile and ask, "Hi, welcome to our store. What are you looking for today? Maybe I can help you find it." Here's another one. You're at home and you see your roommate opening drawers in the kitchen and moving things around. You walk in and see them looking frustrated. You ask, "Hey, what are you looking for? Did you lose something? I can help you search if you want." Number 4, ringing off the hook. This is an idiom. It means a phone is receiving so many calls that it rings constantly, one after another, without stopping. We use this expression when someone or some business is getting an overwhelming number of phone calls. For example, you own a small bakery and you just posted a video on social media about a special cake you're selling this weekend. The next morning, your phone won't stop ringing with orders. Your friend stops by and asks how business is going. You laugh and say, "Business is crazy. My phone has been ringing off the hook all morning with customers wanting to order that cake." Here's another one. Your sister just graduated from college and she's looking for a job. She sent out her resume to 20 companies. The next week, so many companies call her for interviews that she can barely keep up. She calls you excited and says, "My phone is ringing off the hook with interview requests. I have 5 interviews scheduled already." Number 5, the tip of the iceberg. This is an idiom and also a metaphor. It means that what you can see is only a small part of a much bigger problem or situation. Just like a real iceberg in the ocean, you can only see the top part above the water. But there's a huge amount hidden below. For example, your company has been having some financial problems and they laid off 3 employees last month. Everyone thought that was the end of it. But then this week, the boss announces they're closing an entire department. Your coworker turns to you and says, "Those first 3 layoffs were just the tip of the iceberg. The company's problems are much worse than we thought." Here's another one. You're helping your friend clean out her garage. At first you see just a few boxes of old stuff, but as you keep working, you realize there are hundreds of boxes, old furniture, and junk everywhere. After 3 hours you say, "When I first looked in here, I thought this would take an hour. But those few boxes were just the tip of the iceberg." Number 6. Salt of the earth. This is an idiom. It describes people who are genuinely good, honest, kind, and reliable. These are people with strong moral values who treat others well and work hard. It's a very positive expression we use to compliment someone's character. For example, your elderly neighbor always helps everyone on the street. She bakes cookies for new families, she watches people's pets when they travel, and she volunteers at the local school. When someone new moves in and asks you about her, you say, "Oh, Mrs. Johnson is absolutely wonderful. She's the salt of the earth." You couldn't ask for a better neighbor. Here's another one. Your grandfather worked hard his whole life as a farmer. He never complained. He always helped his community, and he raised his children with love. At his 80th birthday party, your father gives a speech and says, "My dad is the salt of the earth. He taught us the value of hard work, honesty, and treating people with respect." Number 7. I think I'm gonna go. This is a casual sentence we use in conversation. Gonna is the informal way to say going to. And this expression means you've decided it's time for you to leave. We use this phrase when we want to politely exit a situation. For example, you're at a friend's birthday party and you've been there for 3 hours. You had fun, but now you're tired and you have work early tomorrow. You find your friend and say, "Hey, thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time, but I think I'm gonna go now. I have to wake up really early tomorrow." Here's another one. You're watching a movie at your friend's house with a group of people. The movie is okay, but you're not really enjoying it. You quietly lean over to your friend and whisper, "This movie isn't really my thing. I think I'm gonna go home. I'll text you tomorrow, okay?" Number 8. Icing on the cake. This is an idiom. It means something extra good that's added to an already good situation. Just like icing makes a cake even more delicious, this expression describes something that makes a positive situation even better. For example, you just got promoted at work with a big raise in salary. You're so happy and excited. Then the next day, your boss tells you that you also get an extra week of vacation. You call your best friend and say, "I got the promotion and the raise, and today they told me I get an extra week of vacation too." That's just the icing on the cake. Here's another one. Your daughter worked really hard in school all year and got straight A's on her report card. You're so proud of her. Then she comes home and tells you she also won an award for best student. You hug her and say, "The straight A's are amazing, and winning that award is just the icing on the cake." Number 9, for no reason. This is a simple phrase. It means something happened without any cause, purpose, or explanation. We use this expression when something occurs randomly or when we can't understand why it happened. For example, you're having a normal day at work, doing your job and being polite to everyone. Suddenly your coworker starts yelling at you and saying mean things. You didn't do anything wrong. Later, you're talking to another coworker and you say, "I don't understand what happened. She just started yelling at me for no reason." Here's another one. You're walking down the street on a beautiful day, feeling happy. Suddenly, a stranger walks up to you and hands you $20, smiles, and walks away. You tell your friend about it later and say, "The weirdest thing happened today. A stranger gave me $20 for no reason. I have no idea why." Number 10. Bitter pill to swallow. This is an idiom. It means accepting something difficult, unpleasant, or disappointing that you don't want to accept. Just like swallowing a bitter medicine pill is hard, accepting a difficult truth or situation is emotionally hard. For example, Your friend has been working at the same company for 15 years, and he always believed he would become the manager one day. But the company decides to hire someone from outside instead. You're trying to comfort him, and you say, "I know this is really hard for you. Not getting that promotion after all these years is a bitter pill to swallow." Here's another one. Your teenage son has been practicing basketball every single day because he wants to make the school team. He tries out but doesn't make it. He comes home crying. You sit with him and say, "I know you're heartbroken, and not making the team is a bitter pill to swallow. But this doesn't mean you're not good at basketball." All right, that's it for today's lesson. We covered 10 really useful expressions that native English speakers use in everyday conversation. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with more English expressions.